If you're an entrepreneur who feels invisible right now, grinding, posting, selling, building, the problem is probably not exposure. It's that you haven't stayed with the right, boring thing long enough to become undeniable. Steve Martin once said, "Be so good, they can't ignore you." Most people quote that line for motivation. Almost nobody understands what it actually costs because people think visibility creates success. But in almost every meaningful case, identity level repetition creates skill, and skill creates visibility. That's the order. Not attention first, repetition first, not fame first, mastery first. Success gets loud at the end. It gets built in the silence, and Steve Martin is proof of that. In the beginning, he was really awkward. He bombed. He had strange timing, if you've seen it, strange delivery, and he didn't even fit the mold of the polished, naturally magnetic performer people now imagine. He was not the obvious future #1 comedian in the world, not by any stretch. But for years, he performed anywhere that he could get on stage. Tiny clubs and theme parks, coffee shops, small rooms, bad rooms, forgettable rooms, everywhere. He studied timing. He refined his jokes. He rewrote constantly. He practiced the banjo obsessively. He performed thousands of times. Jeff Olson talks about this in the Slight Edge book. He calls it mastering the mundane. I love this. Doing the small, seemingly insignificant actions over and over and over again until skill compounds. Steve Martin didn't chase fame. He chased skill. And eventually, the skill created the fame. That matters for entrepreneurs because most people say they want visibility first, but what they really actually need is repetition. We want the viral post, the big breakthrough, the big deal, the overnight traction. We think, but identity does not form in highlight reels. It forms in boring rooms. Let me slow this down and make it personal for a minute. In 2011, when I decided to go from being a solo real estate agent to building a team, I had a big problem. I needed listings and I needed them fast. I discovered that expired listings were abundant, but they were also extremely brutal. Every agent calls on them. They're already frustrated and pissed off. They had a really bad experience with the other agent. They don't trust you. And the work itself was super boring. Hours and hours and hours of dialing and dialing and dialing. I got hung up on hundreds of times. It frankly sucked. I got sworn at, I told to go F myself, rejected every single day. I tried every script, 0 things worked. For months, I got my face kicked in, but I kept dialing. And then one day I said, screw it. I tried a different approach that I had learned in a coaching program. I didn't think it would work, but I did it, and whammo.
A sale is made on every call you make.
First listing, and then another, and then another. And that month, I listed more homes than most agents sell in 5 years. So what changed? It wasn't talent, it was identity. I crossed the line from trying to being. And that's a big difference. From hoping it would work to deciding this is now who I am. That's lesson 3 inside the Infinite You program, which is the common denominator of success. It states that high performers do the things that failures do not like to do, not because they enjoy discomfort more, not because they were born tougher, but because they become the kind of person who values the result more than the resistance. That's the big difference. Here are 3 mechanisms that explain why Steve Martin's story and mine worked. First one is alignment over emotion. High performers act based on results, not on feelings. Steve Martin didn't quit because it was awkward. I didn't stop because I was rejected. The real question isn't, do I feel like doing this? The real question is, does this action produce the result I say that I want? If results mattered more than comfort, what would you do today to make that happen? Do that. Repetition creates identity. Repetition isn't just discipline, it's identity in motion. The more Steve Martin performed, the more he became a performer. Get this, the more I dialed, the more I became a listing agent. You don't rise to your goals, you rise to your repeated behavior. And that's why dabbling is so fucking dangerous. Dabbling keeps you emotionally attached to the outcome while staying too inconsistent to become the person who can actually create it. Master the mundane. Jeff Olson's slight edge principle is very simple. Small disciplines, repeated daily, skill compounds. Ego quits. Ego wants immediate proof. Skill is willing to look foolish for a season. Ego wants applause. Skill wants reps. And eventually, mastery gets attention without asking for it. Now picture this. It's 5 years from now. You walk into a room and you do not need to announce yourself. Your skill speaks. Your confidence is calm. Your standards are super high. Your execution is sharp. People seek you out, not because you begged for attention, but because you became undeniable. That future version of you isn't imaginary. It's being built right now by what you repeat every single day, or being delayed by what you avoid. Success is not to be pursued. It's to be attracted by the person you become. So here's your 24-hour commitment. Identify one uncomfortable, boring action directly tied to a result in your business. And then time box it for 60 minutes. Set a timer on your phone. No distractions, no quitting early, no emotional negotiation here. Just repetition. And when resistance shows up, say this: I do hard things. Because we never lose if we never quit. And because consistency is not discipline, it's identity in motion. So stop asking how to get noticed. Start asking what skill, repeated long enough, would make being ignored impossible. That's the game. That's the work. That's the common denominator of success. And that's how you become absolutely undeniable. If you're ready to stop chasing attention and start becoming undeniable, watch the Infinite You trailer right here in the description below. And in the comments, type the word undeniable and tell me the one uncomfortable action that you're going to take, that you're committed to take in the next 24 hours.
It ain't about what you love to do, it's doing what they refuse to move. Put in the sweat, push through the test, that's the common denominator of success. No shortcuts, no easy way, it's discipline every single day. Put in the sweat, push through the test, that's the common denominator of success.